everybody, to A Cup of Joe. We're going to be talking about healthcare topics, and we are welcoming back to our program, by popular demand, Sheree Oehlke. Been with us for 34 years. She was a child when she started with us. She is in charge of our case management team. She helps place people into the proper setting once they complete their hospital stay with us. So, Sheree, welcome back once again.
Thank you, Joe.
We are looking forward to hearing your insights, and I know you have a lot of insights that are helpful, will be helpful to our audience here today. Mm-hmm. So let's start off and just get a basic understanding about what does case management do for our patients?
When the patient comes into the hospital, to our hospital, we assess every patient. We assess for their home situation, what their needs are going to be on discharge, what are they going to need whenever they're ready for discharge, home health, outpatient physical therapy, follow-up doctor's visits, everything to get them through the continuum of their hospital stay and home into a safe environment with what they need.
So do our elders have unique challenges when they're transitioning out of a hospital back into a home setting?
Our elders do have a unique, sometimes they have a difficult situation prior to, whenever they're independent. When they come in the hospital, they've had a stroke or a hip fracture or a debilitating surgery. Then getting them back in their home environment is a little bit trickier. Who do they live with? Are they living alone? Are they going to need to go to a skilled nursing facility, an acute rehab hospital? What is their need going to be? When they discharge and go back home, who is their support system? Do they have someone at home to help take care of them? If they do not, then there are services that they can hire to bring in to help take care of their family member. We talk with not only the patient, we talk with the families. Okay, what is this patient going to need to safely go home?
So if I need a wheelchair post-hospitalization and I don't have a wheelchair accessible home, what is y'all's role in case management to give me the tools I need to navigate my home?
If you need a wheelchair when you're ready to go home and you do not have a wheelchair ramp, of course, Medicare doesn't cover those items or insurance, but however, there are companies out there that can, one, come out and build a ramp for you. You can buy ramps off of Amazon.
Oh, wow.
Okay, yes.
Amazon sells everything.
Everything. And there are other companies out there that do sell ramps. So it's just specific. We used to, years ago, had like Boy Scouts and things like that would go out and build ramps for people that needed it. Yeah. But however, due to situations, they can no longer do that anymore.
Liability.
So that was a hard situation. But we do have other resources that we can work with the family to get a ramp at home.
Okay. I imagine it happens occasionally where somebody comes in who is living alone, had a stroke, has lost, their brain's not working as well as it was before the stroke. And how do you guys advocate for those sorts of patients? What sort of things do y'all do to help, if I'm that patient, to help me out?
That's part of that assessment, Joe. We talk with the patient. We talk with families if they don't have families. We have had the patients come in that do not have families, and now they have a disability. So we work with them on what their income is. Okay, are they at an income we can get them into a nursing home with Medicaid? If they're not, there are other options now that are out there that are great, which is personal care homes. Assisted livings. And so personal care homes have been a big thing in the last couple of years, and they're becoming more popular. It's cheaper to live in a personal care home than it is to go into a nursing home.
Explain to me what a personal care home is.
A personal care home is a home in your community. We have them in our communities around us. We may not realize there's one in our community.
They're like group homes?
They're personal care homes. Group homes kind of a different
Okay.
entity. A group home is usually where like patients that have MHMR or psychiatric.
Okay, so a
Okay.
personal care home though might house multiple people.
They will house multiple people.
Okay.
Most homes have about 6 people in a home.
Okay.
Okay. The cost can be anywhere from around $1,000 to $5,000. Depends on how.
$1,000 a
A
night?
month. No, a month. $1,000
Okay, I
a
was
month.
going to get scared
And
there.
this is room and board.
Okay.
Okay. Medicare or insurances cover their other needs, medications, and so forth. There is a person in the home 24 hours a day.
And that's covered by insurance?
No,
Nope.
that's private pay.
Okay.
So that person that can't live on their own anymore has someone in the home if they need something.
I gotcha.
If they need help out of the bed, they have someone.
Now, I observed this with my parents as they got older. My mom was the primary caregiver for my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to be a pretty stressful role to have to play as the caregiver for somebody who's progressively becoming more and more dependent upon you. Do you see that situation a lot? And what do you recommend people do to try and manage the stress of that situation?
We do, and there are private duty companies out there that we encourage families to hire someone to come in. It doesn't have to be all day long. You can hire someone to come in 4 hours a day to give you a break. And that is, of course, private pay. Insurance does not cover that. We do have a few companies that charge a lesser amount. They have a flat fee. And so that seems to be more affordable for some people. Of course, the more hours you use with a personal care home givers, the less cost it is.
Per hour.
Per hour. So
Okay,
if you use 20 hours a day with them, then of course that hourly rate is going to be reduced.
Gotcha. So, those of us who end up being caregivers for a loved one often feel it's a moral obligation, it's a family obligation, and sometimes we don't always recognize the signs that we're doing harm to ourselves. So what are some self-help clues you can give us to say, if you're doing this, you're pushing yourself beyond your normal limits and you're going to break down? I mean, how do I recognize when I'm pushing myself over the line?
Caregiver burnout is a big thing. Yes, it is. You start noticing that you're getting more frustrated, especially towards the person that you're taking care of. Okay. You're kind of like when you got your kids, you get a little bit frazzled with them or upset with them.
Yep.
Okay. So, and just not really taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not going to the beauty shop or to the nail shop or the things that you normally did to take care of yourself, because now your life is centered around your loved one's life. So, it's just those signs. And there are different organizations out there that we can refer to for caregiver burnout. There are group sessions that you can go to help with caregiver burnout.
Is that something else that case management does for me?
Yeah.
Is give me, saying, Joe, you look like you're pretty worn down there taking care of your wife, and here's a couple different ideas for you.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. You guys really got it.
And then also too, sometimes the caregivers don't even recognize it. So like we have a patient now, the caregiver does not recognize that she is burnt out. So we're telling her, this, you've got a lot going on your plate. She's upset with everyone. She's arguing with everyone. That's your burnout. You are at your rope. So trying to encourage them to maybe let their loved one go to a skilled nursing unit for a little while, get stronger, okay? Get their strength back, let you have a break, okay? And so we try to encourage that.
Speaking of skilled nursing facilities, do you think maybe we should go down to our skilled nursing facility?
I think that would be an awesome.
Continue our conversation?
That would be an awesome idea.
Let's do that.
Let's go.
So we have just walked from my office over here to our skilled unit. We're actually outside our skilled unit, and this is our memory garden. This was donated to us by our volunteers here, which is quite a nice project. It's made this such a nice, soothing environment to sit. If you could tell us a little bit about our skilled unit and what it is that we do there, and when is it appropriate for somebody to go into our skilled unit?
Our skilled unit is a unique unit. Our patients that come here come from basically really all over kind of the Houston area, Richmond, Rosenberg, south of us. We do post-op.
Post-operative.
Rehab.
Post-op is post-operative.
Post-operative.
Post an operation.
Post-operative operation. So we are not a long-term facility. We are a post-acute skilled nursing unit. Our patients come here. Our goal is to get them physical therapy, antibiotics, wound care, whatever they need to get stronger, to get back on their feet and get back home into their environment.
And it seems to me that a skilled nursing facility that is close to home has a lot of value because it allows family and friends to visit, which is sometimes critical to the patient's mood, emotional state, and ultimately to their healing. Is that correct?
It's absolutely correct. To have your loved ones, family and friends, our patients here, their church members come, everybody comes to visit them. They can eat lunch out in the common area with their family member or their friends. And it just brings that more caring. It gives you that spirit that you need to get back and want to go home and get better. You see in a lot of different facilities, the patients, I don't know if they're not encouraged as much as we do here, but we encourage our patients to get up, get outside, come out here in the memory garden, go out to our other patio that's on the other side of the hallway here, and just enjoying the sunshine, listening to our wind chimes. The birds come in here, just to get out of the four walls.
Yeah. Well, so let's switch gears here. Let's talk a little bit about that favorite topic that we all have, insurance, and how we pay for all this. So tell us a little bit about, what our elders are usually Medicare, and sometimes if they do not have a lot of resources, they may be Medicaid eligible, right?
Correct.
So what does Medicare pay for? What does Medicaid pay for outside the hospital? What sort of services will our insurance allow us to access?
Medicare pays so many days for acute hospitalization. They have a 30, 60, 90 for acute level care. For skilled nursing, they have a 20/80, 20 days paid at 100%, 80 days are copay amounts. A lot of our patients don't know what their benefits are. So when they come in here, that's what we explain to them too, Joe, is what their benefit is. If they go into the copay amounts and they do not have a secondary insurance to pick up that copay amount, what's that going to cost the patient?
Yes.
And how many days do they have left on their insurances? We also run that, and we can explain that to the patients also.
So if you're going into a skilled nursing facility, Medicare is going to pay for it.
Correct, for those first 20 days.
Full boat, everything paid for 20 days, and then you have a copay for the next 80 days. Now, at the end of 100 days, if I added that up right, you no longer have Medicare benefits?
You no longer have benefits until you have been out of a hospital or skilled nursing level of care for 60 days.
60-day
break. On day
break.
61, you get your bank back. So it's like you have a bank account with Medicare. And so you generate, but you have to stay out 60 days. On day 61, you have your bank back.
Okay. Now, are there any limits over my lifetime? Is there a lifetime limit too?
No.
No lifetime limit. Beautiful.
No.
So every day, just as long as I've got 60 days in between stays,
Yeah.
then I'm going to be covered by Medicare. That is
The,
awesome.
the only caveat to that, Joe, is if you're in acute level care and you have used your 30 days at 100% and you have gone through your 60 days as your copay and you get into those 90 days of lifetime reserve days, when you use your lifetime reserve days, you never generate those back. They're gone forever.
This is in the acute care
That's
side.
when you're upstairs in the acute level care.
Okay, go over that
Okay.
one more time because I didn't follow that.
You have a 30, 60, 90.
30 days.
30 days paid at 100%.
Okay.
60-day copay days.
Okay.
And then you have 90 lifetime reserve days.
This is in the hospital.
This is in the hospital. So, some people that are critically ill, they can spend through 30, 60 and not have that break,
Gotcha.
right? Where they're in and out of the hospital, they're using their days, but they never have a solid 60-day break out of the hospital.
Okay. So the same rule applies to the hospital as it does to the skilled nursing. I got to be out of the hospital for 60 days to get my bank back.
Right.
But once I get into the 90 lifetime days, once I burn through those, they're gone.
You do not ever generate your lifetime reserve days back. And you'll hear them call them LTRs. So, yeah. So once you've burned through your lifetime reserve days.
Okay.
So that's why it's so important when we try to keep patients from rebounding into the hospital.
Gotcha.
And talking to the patients about what can we do to keep you out of the hospital, because you need to keep your bank, right?
Yes.
Right. You don't need to spend through your
getting
bank.
Those meds and going to see my doctor, and those are critical.
Very critical.
Even if I'm not feeling up to it, I need to do that, or I could end up back in the hospital and in a worse shape.
Correct.
A worse problem.
Correct.
Okay. What happens, if I'm underinsured? I mean, when am I eligible for Medicaid?
You're
on Medicare.
Yeah.
When am I eligible for Medicaid as a secondary?
There's a cost limit. So in order to qualify for Medicaid, you have to be under income.
Okay.
Okay. So
what is it? 100% of the federal poverty level?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. Or a lot of times, if your Social Security check is under $1,000, you'll qualify for Medicaid. And you'll be surprised how many patients that come in and their Social Security checks are $800.
Yeah.
Or $500.
Yeah.
And they don't know that they can apply for Medicaid. So
gotcha.
We give them that information.
Yes.
We give them the telephone number. If they can't go online and fill out the application, we give them a telephone number so Medicaid can help them through that process on the phone.
We have some Medicaid workers too at Oak Bend.
We do, and they screen all of our Medicare patients that come in.
Okay.
That do not have a secondary. They qualify. They screen them for what we call QMB, or to be able to qualify for Medicaid.
Excellent.
We do.
Quite the comprehensive shop.
Mm-hmm.
Quite the comprehensive shop. Let's shift gears to wrap up our conversation. So, are the things you've described the same case management services you'll get everywhere, or is there something unique about Oak Bend's case management services, other than you, of course, that you would describe to our audience?
Yes, every hospital has a case manager. Every hospital has a social worker. The bigger hospitals, the social workers do all the discharge planning pretty much. The case managers are there to make sure the patients are, their care is going appropriately to where we can get them everything that they need done, tests, so forth, consults, get that so the patients can discharge home. But here at Oak Bend, we're unique because we do it all. We are the social worker to help. Even though we have one social worker, he can't do everything, right? So we all work together as a team to take care of the patients and identify what they need whenever they're ready to discharge.
So you mentioned earlier, as we were in a break, that you had just come out of a family meeting,
mm-hmm.
and that was to talk about
discharge planning,
and what getting that patient, set up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
And what that patient's going to need to go home.
So when a patient comes to our hospital, they don't have to reach out to you. you're going to reach out to them. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So we're you and your team.
Yep.
And how many people are on your team?
What do I have now? 11.
11 folks.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. A lot of resources for our patients.
For our patients.
And it's not you're not working exclusively with the elderly. You're working with all ages. Is that
all
correct?
ages. Yes.
To make sure that upon discharge, things are set up in our homes, rehab is set up, whatever it is that we need post-hospitalization so that
Correct.
we can get to an effective recovery.
And if they're non-resource patients, they're younger patients, they're not on Medicare, we have several options that we can give to them for free clinics to be able to follow up to get those meds and that care that they need.
Gotcha.
Whether it's here or in Wharton, you know, we have MEHOP in Wharton and we have San Jose Clinic here. Yeah. And we haven't always had that. And so that's good for our patients that do not have insurance.
And sometimes a hospital helps out getting the patient what they need so they can discharge safely to the appropriate setting.
We do. If a patient needs a walker, Joe, and doesn't have resources, Oak Bend pays for that walker for that patient to have.
Part of our mission.
That's part of our mission.
Taking care of our community.
What they're going to need to be able to have a safe discharge.
Great. Well, Sheree, thank you so much. This has really been interesting, even for me working in this organization, to hear all the different things that we do for our patients. Thank you for what you do for our patients. Thank you for your team. Thank you for your loyalty to this hospital and to this community. We really, really appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome,
and thank
Joe.
you all for joining us today, and I look forward to seeing you on another Cup of Joe.